Art Acevedo now, chief of police in Miami. Sir, thank you. What do you make of the state of policing right now?
Well, I think it's in flux. I think it's in motion. It's a tough time to be a police officer in our nation, but I think it's also a time where there's a lot of great opportunity with what happened last year with George Floyd, that there's a good opportunity to be the next generation, the change agents that our community wants. And I'm still hopeful that we're going to move this profession forward.
You've been making change and demanding change. Just to read the editorials in the Miami Herald and the Sun-Sentinel, not everybody's happy about them.
No, but hey, change is inevitable. Change is the only constant we should always count on as police officers and just as human beings. The world's always evolving. The challenges are always evolving. Expectations are evolving. And for the police services in this country to continue to be successful and to build trust, we have to evolve with public expectations. And I think that if Congress does its job and takes the recommendations of the Major City Chiefs Association and other groups in this nation and does enact change, we're going to see the profession move forward, and we're going to see the relationship heal and get better.
You're the past police chief in Houston. George Floyd was from Houston. You've spent time with his family. A year after his murder, what more needs to be done to improve how police officers interact specifically with black people?
I think that what we need to do is to continue to work on a national blueprint on moving policing in the 21st century. It's not just a matter of reform. It's also a matter of convening a national blue ribbon commission that we've been asking President Biden, who had promised during his campaign to do, to bring in practitioners, community members, all stakeholders, and let's spend some real time, some real thought into what policing should look like for the next 200 years in this country. It's long overdue, and we're hoping that we'll go beyond just reform, but actually reinventing, reimagining, and seeing how we can do things differently and better.
We need good, honest, fair, serve and protect police officers everywhere, ones who want to serve and protect. Yet recruitment numbers are abysmal. How concerned are you?
Very concerned. I mean, I've been fortunate that in Houston, where I came from 6 weeks ago, and here in Miami, we're not having that challenge. I think that speaks to the relationship, that relational policing mindset, where we actually try to build, intentionally try to build trust with the community and by engaging them. But, you can't have city councils talking about that the police services are completely broken when in fact they're not. They're not perfect. They've got some challenges, but they're much better than our critics would have you believe. And we need politicians to call balls and strikes, support police officers who do the right thing, and call us on the carpet when we don't. But we can't keep talking about just constantly painting the entire profession with a broad brush, because I think as we can't find workers in corporate America, so people have options. And certainly when you get rid of qualified immunity and do some of the other things they're talking about, you're going to have a hard time.
Qualified immunity is something that the black community and many across America believe has run its course, and that police officers must be held accountable for their actions if their actions are ruled to be against the law. One more thing quickly before I go, Chief Acevedo. Down in Texas, this new law that's not in the books yet, Governor Abbott has to sign it, to make carrying a weapon okay for just about everybody, no training, no permit. Your thoughts on that as police departments across the state are concerned about it?
Look, Governor Abbott talks about he supports the blue. He stands for the blue. The blue has spoken out, from chiefs to sheriffs to police labor. We do not support permitless open carry. We do not support it. It is not needed. Most responsible gun owners, which most are, don't support it. And so he's either going to support the blue in word and deed, or only in word. And I think time will tell.
Chief Art Acevedo from the city of Miami. Sir, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.